Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And today I'm going to do a what sold video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm excited to show you what has been selling for me. And I'm also going to go over a little bit about how I maintain 100% positive feedback on eBay. And I also have very good feedback on Poshmark and Mercari. So I'll go over just an example that's happened recently to me that was an unfortunate event, but I will go over how I solved the issue with a very upset customer. So my first sale, I'm going to start with eBay because that's primarily what I sell on. I do post both on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari equally, but I seem to do better on eBay. So I can't stress to you how important cross-listing is. If you're only selling on one platform, in my opinion, you are losing out on so many sales. So I know that there's a lot of very, very successful Poshmark sellers, or they only sell on Mercari, but I very much believe that cross-listing definitely increases my profit, because if eBay's slow, it just seems like Poshmark or Mercari pick up for me. And I've also just recently started selling on Whatnot, so that's helping me with my sales as well. So let me just jump right into eBay. So my first sale on eBay was this pair of Under Armour men's navy blue loose fit athletic golf pants. They were sized 36 by 32. These were actually given to me, so I didn't have to pay anything for these. I believe these were new with tags, yes. So I don't pick up a ton of Under Armour items, but I really enjoy picking up golf items. Not necessarily with Under Armour, I don't have a lot of experience with that, but particularly with Nike Golf. I love picking up Nike Golf in both men's and women's. But these were new with tags. They did sit for a while, so I would say they sat for about 3 months. And they sold for my full asking price of $35 plus $7.99 shipping. And what I did with these to cut down on the cost of shipping, because they were over a pound, so I had to ship them out priority, I put them in a flat rate envelope. So they retailed for around $80 and I sold them for $35. So like I said, I didn't have to pay anything for this. So that is why I picked them up. I probably would have picked them up at the bins, or if they were for a good price at either Salvation Army or Goodwill. My next sale was this Talbots pink Pima cotton button front cardigan. It was a size 3XL. I was a little bit disappointed in this sale just because I've been experimenting with the brand Talbots. Comment below if you are experimenting with it or if you've had really good success. I think it depends obviously on the item. I was super shocked that this took so long to sell, being that it did have Pima cotton, and I did include that in the title, and also it was a size 3XL. It didn't sit for that long, maybe 3 months, but I was expecting it to go for a little bit more money just because of the fabric. But this sold for about $20 plus $6.10 of calculated shipping. So I had picked this up at the Salvation Army, I think for around $3.99, and sold it for $20. So not a bad profit. I just thought it was going to go for a little bit more money. My next sale was this pair of 511 tactical men's navy blue utility cargo pants. They were a size 44 by 32. I think the reason they sat for so long was it was just a very odd size. So I had picked these up at the bins, and somebody had actually thrown them back because of the size, and he was also a reseller. He said that it's going to sit forever, they won't sell, and I didn't really believe him, actually, because I know that 511's a good brand. I know that these pants do very well, but they did sit for a while. I was pretty shocked. So I did get these at the bins, like I had mentioned. So I paid maybe around $2 to $3 for these, and then I sold them for $23 plus $8 shipping. I did the same thing with these pants that I did with the Under Armour. I put them in a flat rate envelope, and I was happy with that sale. I just wasn't happy with how long it took to sell them. So my next item was also an extremely slow sale. This one took over a year. So the next one is a kimono. It's a throwover by Patrons of the Piece, which I believe is a line by Free People. So I sold this for $19 and I charged $5 in shipping. This was, like I said, over a year ago. It did take forever to sell, and I was very happy to see that go. And I don't even remember where I got it or how much I paid. I know that I wouldn't pay for something like this, maybe $5. So it wasn't that great of a profit, but I was extremely happy to see it go. And so this was a size small, so that could be another reason why it hasn't sold. And it probably wasn't made of anything substantial. I think it was made of, what did it say, rayon? Let me see. Yeah, so 100% rayon. If it was a larger size, and then if it was made of a better fabric, it possibly could have sold for more money and for quickly. So that's why it's super important to check comps on everything that you're buying, even if you are just looking at the brand. So I had heard, I don't even know who told me about it, but I had heard of this brand on some YouTube channel, and I believe that they said it was a line by Free People, so I just picked it up. So a lot of time has passed since I bought these, so I believe that I have learned a lot about reselling and about what to pick up and how to check comps. So if I found it today, I probably wouldn't pick it up, but you live and you learn. So it still was profitable. I was very happy to see it go. So my next item is what I wanted to talk with y'all about when I was mentioning a very upset customer. So this piece was Talbots. It was a gray cable knit cashmere and lamb's wool blend button up sweater cardigan, and it was a size large, and it had sold pretty quickly. There weren't any flaws that I noticed. And then this Talbots tag, where did it go? That's the older tag. And so this tag is the older tag. But anyway, so the customer got the sweater and then claimed that it smelled heavily of cigarette smoke, which I don't smoke. I had depilled this thing. I had taken flat lay measurements. I didn't smell any kind of smoke or anything. She said that she had to put it outside. It smelled so bad. And she said she was so disappointed. So I messaged her back immediately. I profusely apologized, and I asked her if she wanted a refund. She didn't respond. I apologized and said, let me know what I can do. And she messaged back the next day and said, you know, this is unacceptable. And she said, I will only do a refund if you pay for shipping. So at that point, if this thing actually smells like cigarette smoke, I don't want it. I doubt it does, because I would have smelled it. I think that it didn't fit or something, and she just didn't want to have to pay for return shipping. And in all of my listings, I have a template that explains I accept returns within 30 days. The buyer pays for the return shipping unless I made a mistake somehow or the item wasn't as described, which doesn't happen, because I take wonderful pictures. I make sure I explain in great detail. So it being that it smells like cigarette smoke, I don't believe her. But to keep a happy customer and to keep her from leaving me negative feedback, I just went ahead and refunded her, and I said, keep the sweater. And I believe she left me good feedback. She left me positive feedback, and she said, thank you so much. I'm going to dry clean it. Again, I don't think that there was anything wrong with the sweater. I think that it was either a scam to get out of paying for it, or whatever it was. That small amount of money that I had to pay for that, I mean, it was $20, and it was just a loss for me. That small loss was worth it to me, to not have to have an upset customer and have the risk of having negative reviews on my feedback, because as of right now, it's 100%. And that is something I look at when I'm buying items on eBay. So I know that that is something that most eBay sellers really strive to maintain. So for me, it was worth just taking the $20 loss. I don't want to pay for return shipping for this item. So if it was a higher price item, I would have paid for return shipping, but I just didn't want to deal with it. Didn't want to inconvenience the customer anymore. Again, I really don't think it smelled like cigarettes, but whatever. So that's just what you have to do with eBay. I mean, I know that a lot of people are really skeptical and scared of selling on eBay for stuff that happens like that, but it rarely happens to me. Maybe once or twice a year something like that happens, and I usually just refund them, unless it's a very high profit item. I'll just let them keep it, whatever. You know, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with resending it out, especially if it's $20 and under. I just take the loss, and that's just personal preference. So comment below, you know, if you agree with me, if I should have just paid for the return shipping to get it back, or I just wanted to be done with it. So let me move on. So my next item was the brand LL Bean, and this was a very low profit sale, but I did make money off of it since I did get it at the bins. It was this plaid button up, and I just realized there's a typo here, so that might be why it took forever to sell. But it was a plaid button up long sleeve ruffled shirt. It was a size 2XL, so that is the only reason I picked it up. I do like the brand LL Bean, but I only stick to substantial pieces like jackets or outerwear. And so this sold in a couple months. It didn't take that long. It just wasn't a huge profit for me. So I picked it up at the bins, probably around $1. And I don't know why it says $18. I want to say that, oh no, it did sell for, oh no, it sold for $10. I don't know why it says 18 right there. So I accepted best offer of $10 because I just wanted it gone. So like I said, I like the brand LL Bean, but just got to be more substantial pieces than that. So my next item was also an item that was donated to me, so I didn't have to pay anything for my cost of goods. It is this Ben Sherman blue classic stretch fit men's short size 38, and they were new with tags, so that's why I decided to list them instead of donating them. I probably would have just donated them if they weren't new with tags, but I liked that it was a slightly bigger size. They did retail for $69, and so it's this sky blue color. I was surprised that they sold within maybe 2 months of me listing, and I wasn't expecting them to sell, and they sold for $22 with $7.35 shipping. My next item was this Christian Dior women's navy blue tweed blazer jacket, size 14, and it was a woman's. I was shocked that this sat for so long. I think I had originally listed it for around $75 last year, and this was an item I picked up at the bin, so very low cost of goods here, maybe $3 to $4, if that. I didn't really see any flaws with it, but it was a size 14 in women's, and I had finally brought it down to $42, and I accepted a best offer of $32 plus $10 shipping. So I was happy to see that go, and the buyer actually left me very good positive feedback. So I was happy to see that go. My next item was this Vichy or however you pronounce it, this dress. It's a women's navy blue 3/4 sleeve mini dress, size medium. And it didn't have any flaws. I thought it was super cute. It was a little bit big on me. I actually tried it on, but I believe I got this at the Goodwill. I don't think I got it at the bins. And I had listed it for around $40 and then accepted a best offer of $20. Yeah, so I brought it down to $27, and then somebody sent me an offer for $20, which I accepted that offer, plus $6.10 of shipping. So it being wintertime and not quite the season for a dress, I was super happy to see that go. And that was the first time I ever picked up that brand before, so I was excited to see how it would do. I know that maxi dress would bring more value to the item, and if it was a larger size, it probably would have sold for more. So this next item I pretty much broke even on. So I bought this about a year ago. The brand is called Super Down, and it depends on what you get. So it can be a profitable brand, just like I said, depending on what you get. So I got this Super Down women's black classic cocktail mini dress, size small, and I had it listed for $30. And I bought this at Plato's Closet. So I bought it for $10. And this was, like I said, this was a year ago, so a lot has changed. I have learned a lot. I would not have picked this up at Plato's Closet, and it's super important to check specific comps. Make sure you're checking the exact item and the exact size before you pick something up. So I had listed it for $20, and I think I accepted an offer for around $13. So like I said, I basically broke even, but I was like, get this out of here. I don't want to look at it. So I was very happy to see that go. It was a super cute dress. I actually tried it on, but it was just a little bit too revealing for my taste, but it was very cute, very well made in my opinion. I was shocked that this didn't sell on Poshmark. It just looks like something that would be more so geared towards Poshmark. It's more trendy, but it sold on eBay and it took forever, and I was happy to see that go. So if you're wondering, I'm on my lunch break right now. So I've had a very busy couple of weeks with the holidays, and I'm trying to get more proficient with selling on Whatnot. So I've been really focusing on that. So that is why I haven't posted a video in a while. So I'm happy to be back though. So my next item is this FootJoy men's Dry Joys Hydrolite Golf Rain Pants size small. And these sold within a couple days. So FootJoy is definitely a Polo brand to be on the lookout for. I come across more of their Polo golf shirts, but a lot of times you'll have some kind of embroidery from a local country club or golf course. So sometimes I'll leave them behind. But if it's a huge golf course like Pebble Beach or somewhere like that, it actually can bring more value to the item. So if you recognize the golf course, or it's just good to just run a comp on it to see how it's doing. But that's for the polos. This is the first time I found these type of pants by FootJoy, and they sold for $45, my full asking price, and plus $8 shipping. And they were a size small. I was really hesitant about the size small because it's not a common size, but they sold really quickly. This has over 100% sell-through rate, and so they are water resistant, I believe. I didn't put that in the listing because I wasn't 100% sure, but they're windbreaker, water resistant pants, and they're used for golf because FootJoy is a golf brand. So definitely be on the lookout for these. I was very excited to find these, and I will definitely be picking them up in the future. This next sale was kind of a disappointment to me also. So this is a Sims men's performance fishing short sleeve plaid orange button up shirt, size extra large. The brand Sims does extremely well. So Sims is known for its fishing wear. So they make men's and women's fishing wear, and it is definitely a Polo brand, but for whatever reason, this took forever to sell. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I had it listed too high. I think I originally had it listed for around $30. So when I brought the price down to around $22, which it was less than anyone else on eBay, it sold pretty much right away. So $22 for a shirt is still pretty good. I think I paid around $5. This was in my thrift haul when I was thrifting during Hurricane Ian. So I just remember seeing this and I was super excited. So this sold. It didn't take forever to sell. I thought it would have sold quicker, but it took less than 3 months to sell. So this sold for $22 plus $6.10 in shipping. So my next item, the brand is Peruvian Connection. If you don't know what that is, it's definitely a Polo brand. So I got this at the Salvation Army, I want to say for less than $3. And I took an offer of $32. Or, I'm sorry, I took an offer of $29. I don't know why it says 32, but I took an offer of $29 plus $6.10 shipping. So it was a size large. It's just this cotton, Pima cotton long sleeve shirt. It had kind of a paisley pattern, but it sold very, very quickly. I was super happy with that sale. So if you don't know what Peruvian Connection is, definitely be on the lookout for that. Okay, so that's it for my sales on eBay. Let me check my sales on Poshmark. So my first sale on Poshmark was the brand Leoma Lovegrove, which I have mentioned this brand in previous videos. So these I sold, these were pants. So these took a while to sell. They took about 3 months to sell. Their tops fly for me. And they don't sell for a ton of money, so you're gonna get maybe 20 bucks for it, but if you want a quick sale, that it definitely flies for me. So these pants didn't do as well. I might still pick them up at the bins, which is where I got them, but they sold for $13 and I picked them up at the bins. So definitely a profit there. My next sale was another bins find. This is an Old Navy mini dress. The reason why I picked it up is because it's size extra large, which comps looked really, really good, even with it being winter time. But this did sit for a couple months. I just let it go for $11 because that's what someone offered me, and I'm just like, whatever, I just want it out of my closet. So not the best profit, but I did pick it up at the bins, so it was definitely a profit, just not a big one. Next sale was this Victoria's Secret bra. It's this black bra. Let me see what it's called. A very sexy uplift plunge. It was a size 32C. It did take a couple months to sell. So I mentioned in my previous video, I want to start doing lots of bras for Victoria's Secret because I do find them quite frequently at the bins. But this one sold for $19 plus shipping on Poshmark, so I was very happy with that sale. My next sale was another one from the Hurricane Ian haul. So these are the brand Johnny Was. They're a pair of cropped jeans. So these took a little bit to sell too. I know that their blouses fly. They're very, very popular, but apparently their jeans aren't as popular and they don't sell for as much. So someone offered me $35 and I accepted that offer. They are a size 29 and they're cropped. They have a raw hem. So I was excited to see these go to a good home for $35. I think I put maybe $7.99 into them. So definitely a good profit. On my next sale is definitely a Polo brand for me. I've only found this brand once. It is the brand Freefly, and these pair of shorts were new with tags and they retailed for $68. So these were bamboo lined. Like I said, they're new with tags. They're size medium in women's. So they are the Freefly bamboo lined breeze blue dusk 2 4-inch shorts, size medium, and they were new with tags. So I had originally listed them because I had checked comps and people were listing them for around $40 that were new with tags. So I did the same. They did take about a month, so about after a month of them not selling, I decided to drop the price. I got an offer for $30, which I accepted that offer. So I was happy with that. I got these at the Goodwill and I think I paid $3.99. All right, this is another thing that took forever to sell. I was super shocked how long these took. So these are a pair of women's Adidas sneakers. They have this rose gold detail for the stripes, which I thought were really cute. They did have a lot of wear on the bottom. Looking at this now, I can see why they didn't sell. I probably could have cleaned up the bottom a little bit more. But they are the Adidas Cloudfoam QT Racer black lace mesh with metallic rose gold. They're a size 9.5. So they sold to a buyer for $19. So they took over a year to sell. I'm thinking maybe I could have cleaned them up a little bit. So that's probably why they didn't sell very quickly, but I have noticed, comment below if you feel the same, I feel like Nikes fly off the shelves for me. So I can sell Nikes a lot faster than I can sell Adidas. So in general, I mean, of course, if it's, you know, a substantial piece or it's new with a box, of course they're gonna sell faster, but I have noticed that Nikes sell a lot better for me than Adidas do. All right, so I'm gonna jump over to Mercari. So my first sale on Mercari was this Eileen Fisher linen crochet beige top, size small, and I had found this at Salvation Army for, I believe, $1.99. And so this is a top that you wouldn't be able to wear by itself. It was 100% linen, by the way, but you wouldn't be able to wear it by itself. You would have to wear it, you know, over something. But it sold for $21 plus shipping. So Eileen Fisher is definitely a Polo brand for sure. If you have substantial material and if it's a larger size, it will sell a lot faster and it'll sell for more of a profit. My next sale were these Carhartt men's light wash cotton jeans. They were a size 34 by 32, and these had several flaws on them. So that is why it took forever to sell, and they only sold for $15, but I was happy to see them go. So they had a lot of wear on the pockets, but I know that people that buy Carhartt are most likely looking for it to wear to work. So I was hoping that they would still sell regardless of the flaws. So they sold for $15. My next item was this Patagonia women's purple quarter zip long sleeve top, size large, and it sold within a day, I believe. So it sold for $20, and it was just this basic 100% polyester quarter zip top. I accepted an offer because I wanted to see it move, so I accepted an offer for $20 plus shipping. My next sale was actually given to me from an employee, actually, so we're gonna split the profit, but so I didn't have to pay anything for these. But they are the Nike men's Torch for blue black sneakers, size 10.5, and these particular Nikes have over 100% sell-through rate. So these sold within a couple days. They actually came out in 2015, so I was super surprised that they still have such a high sell-through rate. So definitely be on the lookout for these. And they sold for $32 plus shipping, and they sold within a couple days. My next sale was also a very quick flip. It was this Lululemon sports bra. Apparently that's all I put on here. I don't remember what size it was. Okay, so it was a size 6, and it sold within a couple days, even with that really crappy title. So it's just Lululemon sports bra, did great, sold for $20. So my next item is going to be my last item that I'm going to show you today. It is the brand Aloe, and these took a while to sell, and they were a newer style. They were in pretty good condition. I'm guessing just because they were green, maybe it took forever to sell, but they sold for $16 plus shipping. So yeah, I'm not sure why they took forever to sell and why they didn't sell for a ton, but they were full length and I was happy to see them go. So all right, that is everything. I am definitely going to try to do more videos. I very much appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel, so you'll get notified anytime I upload one of these videos. I love doing thrift hauls. I love doing what sold videos. I love doing thrift with me videos. So if there's something that you prefer to see more often, please let me know. I love your feedback. I love that you all are still watching my channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much.